Cause I heard somebody got shot like last week or something around here. You know, like it be crazy. You know, y'all heard about Fulio getting killed, like that rapper Fulio. But they got a whole big beef that happened in Jacksonville where like in 2018, like these 3 dudes got killed, and then he made the diss song in 2021 about it. And so like he just got killed last week, and then the dude he got shot 8 times when the other 3 dudes got killed in 2018, but he ain't died. He just made a diss song about him dying and stuff like that. And like you already know
game over.
He called game over. It's like, but you know soon like he gonna be getting killed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, it just
it's
cycle.
It's not gonna end. It's not gonna end.
Never gonna end. It's sad but I mean it's entertaining.
Yeah,
but you know what it remind me of?
and see, we like stuff like that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Being on the interstate, definitely coming from the Fort Jackson area back home, if there's ever a wreck, you sitting there just wondering like, what's holding up the traffic? What's holding up the traffic? Only to get up there and it's nothing.
Yep.
Somebody did have a wreck on the other side, but people just want to be nosy. And these same situations are like this. Like, what are we killing each other over? Nothing.
You just giving up your life to take theirs.
Exactly.
Because
You're
that's
getting
what's
a 2
gonna
for
happen.
1. Getting a 2 for 1.
Yes.
And I said this on several episodes, and I learned this some years ago. Shout out to my cousin Jamal. He was doing a research paper for his master's program, and he shared with me that they start building prisons for society based off 3rd grade test scores. Mm-hmm. So pretty much by a child is in the 3rd grade, what they 8, 9 years old, no involvement from dad or minimal involvement from dad.
Bad decision making.
Mm-hmm. And now, you know, they're not testing well. They're not doing the best, you know, and all this kind of stuff. And they're literally building prisons off of those test scores.
And for profit too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
Who the fight line?
It's
It's
a
a
major,
business.
major business, man.
Yeah.
Major business.
I'm on trying to old mill prison.
Yeah.
Hey.
Get y'all Negroes in jail to have y'all workers.
It's like
Hey, everybody mad at Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan put his
But they
money
say it was a
in
different Michael Jordan though. It wasn't Michael Jordan, the black Michael Jordan. It was a white Michael
Man,
Jordan.
man.
It could have been a black one too. though.
Yeah.
MJ
He done
might
came
have
up
on,
though,
though.
for sure. He definitely
Yeah.
came up.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
didn't send a few of, well, he ain't sent us. We chose, but he didn't cause a few of us to go there fighting over the release.
Fighting over his
thing.
shoes.
Yeah, shooting people, man.
Oh, yeah, just crazy.
But
so what y'all thought about, since y'all do got sons too, what y'all thought about the nepotism of Bronny James and LeBron? I like it, in my opinion.
Hey, you got to use them avenues, man.
Yeah.
Whatever, pretty much, because he pretty much got drafted because of his daddy, man. Whatever, and his daddy, he
was
been
good,
saying
though.
for years,
It's inheritance.
Yeah, he wanted to play with his son, and all that, man.
inheritance.
Whatever. So, pretty much, I think it's a great thing, man. Whatever, you know.
Use
what
it
I'm
as
saying?
inspiration.
And I saw on Instagram. Was it Instagram? Instagram, probably Twitter. I saw on Twitter. Hey, Luke Walton got his son.
Bill Walton.
Bill Walton got his
Oh.
son drafted, whatever. So, man. And you did you post that?
no, I had
Bill Walton got his son posted.
No,
yeah.
I had posted. It was talking about some Jerry Jones people.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like Jerry
Thank
Jones.
you.
son,
Best
all-
family.
you think
Elected
Isaiah
owners.
Thomas?
Yeah, exactly.
Isaiah Thomas probably got, elected, or not elected, but selected because of, his dad,
Who?
IT.
No, yeah, I
Isaiah
had
his
Thomas.
dad. Yeah, that is dad. Isaiah his dad. Yeah, that is dad.
They just both
Isaiah
short.
that
Yeah. Isaiah.
But like, think about it. The Buzz family, one not Jerry. Jerry Buzz was the owner at the beginning.
Yeah.
But his son, I forgot his name, but he was the general manager at one point in time. He don't know nothing about basketball, but he owned the team. So like, why can't I be general manager?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he failed at it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I wanted to do some nepotism, but you got to have something to do nepotism.
You got to
feel me?
have
And
something.
that's the thing, man.
Yeah.
So definitely in a few weeks we're dropping something. Season 1 we had something called check-ins where we would just talk about the latest topics that was going on. And at the time, man, Carolina Girls was hot. As G would say, triple salute to Lil Tony.
Yeah.
We had little different things, whether it be worldwide within the community that we talked about, but just listening to Inky over this little hiatus we took, man, I said, hey, Greg, man, we need to come up with something, man. And I text that cat 2 o'clock in the morning. I text him something. Next day, he was like, man, what's this? I said, hey, man, we got to have generational conversations, man. So we got a list of topics that we're going to sit down and just, him and I going to go for broke on, man, and really see if we can share a little bit of wisdom on it. Because it's, like you said, man, our kids, what are we leaving our kids? We leaving them in debt.
The thing is, you got to have something. Like you said, you got to have
something,
something.
man. And I know, I ain't expecting that from, where I come from, but I can't not expect anything, but also still expect from leave my son something. So I try to, if it's nothing but this, or at some point we're going to get hot and heavy on him learning how to cut hair, because whether he wants to cut hair or not, that's a skill that I don't think somebody's going to stick their head in a machine and let a computer do. But yeah, and I think, I can't remember who posted it the other day, but I'm not a big person on seeing something and reposting it, but if it's good, I got to post it. But somebody had posted something about being electrician, a plumber, a carpenter. Man, those jobs right there, they ain't going away.
Nope.
That's why I say get into real estate because
Yeah, exactly.
like owning the duplex like forced me to have to learn all them skills because either you pay somebody or you learn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, even like building the studio, like having an open space like y'all got here, it's hard to learn when you gotta like learn in somebody else's space, but when you got your own space to like mess up, you gotta mess up before you make it
for
right.
sure.
You know,
That's
like
definitely-
you
that's
just not
definitely
gonna
true,
do it perfect with it. So you need like an area like learning how to do flooring and stuff like that. We did the floor
man.
at our house or whatever, but it's like I had to have a space to learn how to do it. You can't just learn to do flooring if you ain't got a floor to do it on.
And you got to
So
be
you
able to
done
mess up.
jacked up that floor or
Yeah.
whatever till you pretty much jacked it up another way. Hey, I got this right. Hey, this
Yeah.
look good. And I saw the floor and stuff. Hey, it looked good, man. Whatever.
Dynamite.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it works.
That's what's up.
It's there. It's there now. So.
So you just opened up a topic that I was, one of my questions. We just been vibing, but
Yeah, for sure. We
What's
definitely
what's new for Navy Black, man? Well, first of all, one of my first questions was I can't remember, but what brought about the name Navy Black Podcast?
It really came from like y'all know Wayne. We told him on the podcast that Justin Harry, like he used to call Melvin like he Navy Black. Like saying like he was real dark skinned or whatever. And like it just like it was a crazy play on words because like usually people say Navy blue, but Navy Black is different. And like we knew like if I make the name that it'll pop up in the search engine quickly because like nobody else gonna have that name.
Yeah. For
So like you know you type on YouTube like Navy Black, it gonna podcast gonna pop up. It's just all about search engine.
Okay.
SEO.
All right. So my next question to jump off of that or whatever. So when it came up, so y'all came up with the name first, or y'all came up with okay, we're gonna do a podcast first?
Well, we
We said we're gonna do a podcast first.
Okay.
Like I said, we bought the mics and like the audio equipment like in the 2017.
Yeah.
And we started the podcast in 2020. So we been knew we wanted to do a podcast. We just had to learn how to make it all come together.
The way we wanted it to come together, because like we watch podcasts, so we see how they look on TV, and that's exactly how we wanted our podcast.
So
to
I ain't
look.
want to put no trash out.
Yeah, we want to put no trash out.
Yeah, for sure. So all right, so y'all got pretty much y'all done bought the equipment. Hey, y'all done came up with a name. So how did y'all come up with this first episode?
So,
and what y'all
so
gonna
me,
do?
Big Boy, and Devin did practice runs for like a whole month, and we would come together and just talk. And then like the fourth one, we like we might well put this one out or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's when we started January 6th, 2020.
Okay,
Yeah, like right when 2020 started, that's our first episode or whatever, and we
Man,
just
homeboy, y'all pretty much hit it at the right time because 2020,
pandemic.
everything was shut down, and then that's when I came in, and I just started looking at it, whatever. And then my man, he still ain't let me hold no money from that 35. He got. He still ain't let me
So
hold a
they
dime.
had a-
Big boy, you get some of it?
he did pay for the ticket when we went to Dallas though.
Oh, okay.
So he had a
okay.
podcast. Y'all had a podcast insurrection because it happened January 6th, 2020.
Yeah,
So
we
they had
went
a
Trump.
takeover,
We was
man.
mad.
Y'all
That's
was
why we
trying-
started that day.
Y'all was trying to
Yeah.
overthrow the podcast.
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Yeah.
Change the game up, man. That's what we
Yeah.
wanted to do. Whatever.
Hey, but I thank you because, like I said, you all, when I came to the podcast that day, I was a little nervous. I was like, okay, of course, worried about what people going to think. They're going to be like, oh, they had him on there. And I was like, you know what? Once I got over that, and then I just felt so at home when I saw the setup, and I was just amazed, like, man, they're doing this every week. Like, this don't seem too hard until we started.
Yeah. Like
And
it
I was
worked.
like, yeah.
You like to do it though. It's like doing it
I
with a
love
purpose.
it.
Yeah,
love it.
exactly.
I love
exactly.
it, man.
And the thing is with that, just jumping off of that right there, hey, when we go places, we did Peace Copper Factory, Willie Cooper.
Yeah, I
we
watched.
did him. Hey, we did John Hooks or whatever. Hey, when we setting up this stuff, doing around, like, hey, y'all just sitting around, y'all just chilling, man, on y'all phone, hey, just talking whatever. Man, them people be nervous as all get out.
Yeah.
I be like, hey, man, calm down, man. It's going to be all right, man. Y'all going to be good.
Yeah,
it's
just
gonna be
talking.
good.
Just
Yeah, exactly. We just talking.
But this is intimidating though because like you got lights, you got
If you ain't
cameras
used to it.
Yeah,
See, for us, like we do this.
Yeah,
so, like,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. Y'all was just laid
Easiest
back,
conversation
just
you're
kinda-
gonna have with other podcast people.
Yeah,
Cause like
yeah,
you already know what it
for
is.
sure, for sure.
We just talking.
Yeah.
Who would you say was and you all chime in as well, who would you say was your most nervous guest? Our most nervous guest.
I would say Willie, man.
Think Willie, yeah.
Cause
yeah,
homeboy,
yeah,
Willie,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Willie was out there, the Peach Cobbler dude, man.
Yeah,
Willie was out there.
he worked with me at Mission.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because he said he was over there at 7, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Willie was walking around, man. They just, Willie say, he told us, hey, man, I had to go back there in the back, man, and I prayed, and he came in. I was like, hey, man, calm down. You going to be all right, man? Hey, homeboy, this ain't going to be nothing. I said, we just going to be talking just like we talking now, man.
just-
I say, homeboy, it's gonna be cool. Whatever.
And
It's gonna
once
be
he
cool.
got in there, he
he
almost started preaching.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And see, we pretty much we gave him the platform, And I let him start talking about church because he loved church, man.
Oh, yeah.
So and homeboy, he went from there.
You tell he was opening up after the podcast started going on. And stuff. Like, people forget that the cameras in
They
front of
forget
the
they
mic.
right there.
Yeah,
You right.
feel
They
me?
forget they right there.
Who would you say would have been y'all?
Hey, when people be nervous, you know what we do. Before, you know, our podcast before the podcast. Whatever we need to do to not be nervous. Hey, turn
Y'all
up.
make them relax.
Relax.
For
Who
sure,
the most
for
nervous
sure.
guests we had for? Like, I'm trying to think.
I know, right? But because everybody be nervous because,
Yeah.
like, again, that I saw it. Because think like before you come on somebody's podcast, you probably gonna watch the episodes. Cause like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be sitting there and like, man, that's them doing it. And now you sitting and see like, oh my God, it's about to happen. They about to do it or whatever. Now I'm really jittery. But it's like, I guess I be so focused, especially like I said, I love being in this seat because like I said, y'all gotta ask us the question.
yeah,
But on the other side, I be so tuned into like get these questions right or get all this stuff prepared or whatever. That like your nervousness go have to just subside throughout the podcast.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
'cause-
Yeah, and we try to make it like a whole vibe in there. You know, like we had like the music pumping and stuff like that. We had the things going on and stuff like that. So like we try to like keep the nerves out, and just have a normal conversation. And then cause like people don't see us we twins or whatever, so people gonna have a conversation about that. You know, like especially like people don't know us like that. You know, all kind of different conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know,
See, I already knew. And we've been trying to get them on, man.
Yeah,
we tried to get them on
his
season
fault.
1,
Season
man.
one.
Whatever. Hey, but we couldn't like link up because they had like a lot of stuff going on.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I already knew, and we had already said because we wanted y'all to be a episode 10, the last episode,
Yeah.
the final episode for season 1, man. Whatever, because we was like, hey, homeboy,
I
that's
could've
gonna
came
be
by
dope.
myself.
He was trying to, bitch.
Hey,
he was trying to throw you out.
That's G. That's
Yeah.
G right there. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, man, we was like, man, hey, this episode right here, we're gonna do, man. It's gonna jump. It's gonna do numbers, man. Whatever. But then, hey, after we couldn't get y'all, we moved to the Mother's Day episode, man. And hey, it jumped pretty good for us,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
But hey, we was definitely trying to get y'all on there. And then, like a lot of the guests, when they come on, and like you say, they see the cameras, they see the lights and stuff, and they think it's live, and they don't want to mess up.
Yeah.
Whatever. So they
It's
be like,
not
hey,
live,
nah,
we
man.
good.
Yeah, we good. We gonna stop it. Hey, we need to stop. You need to take a break. Whatever, hey, man. We can do all that.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Everything.
that bad, we'll cut it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I'm still trying to think about who was we nervous for though. Like
Who was nervous on our pod?
Yeah.
who the most nervous on our podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, who was?
That's what I'm saying. It's like it.
But y'all got like pretty much it be like a club over there.
Yeah,
Y'all be pumping whatever.
Yeah,
You,
know what I'm saying?
you know, not
You got
to say
shots
this
and
the
stuff
wrong way,
on
but
the podcast.
yeah, you can go over there and be naked. You
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
You good.
yeah.
Here,
Oh, yeah.
they kind of like, okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
what, when this is gonna air and all that kind of stuff. Like, no, we got you, man. We got you. We got you.
But like, cause thinking about it, like, you know, the type of people we done had on there, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we done,
Everybody laid back,
We done
cool.
zoomed in with niggas in jail.
I've been literally in jail. You know, like
Oh
so.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And then it's just giving them that platform, and
Yeah.
that was the thing. So you know, Malak's always saying, man, big boy, man, y'all you done did this. I said, man, listen, man, it never was a competition, man.
Yeah.
You know what
People,
I'm saying?
you know, people always hit it up all the time too. It's like it's not. Like, we love to see what they doing because
Exactly.
like we need that not competition, but like we want to see other people doing things. So like it make us better. It sharpen our iron.
Oh, yeah.
You
It
know?
was like you all got y'all land and y'all started building your home, and it was just like, hey, let me take my time and so I can get me some land and build a home as well.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna come to your spot and have for a cookout, and you come to my spot for a cookout,
Yeah.
and we just
Exactly.
we both gonna complain about how high the taxes are,
Ain't it?
and that's it, man. You know,
we
so-
love to collab. You
Oh
know?
yeah, oh yeah.
sure.
Matter of fact, y'all need to come on out if schedules allow. July 13th, man. We done promised Stitch by Slick, you know, down there in Saluda at the tractor pool area, off of Batesboro Highway. They're gonna have a car show he hosted.
That we
down
were
there,
talking
man.
about. Like somebody had hit us up about coming down there, but like
Yeah.
I gotta work that weekend, working the job,
Hey,
man.
man.
So
Job
it-
ain't number work, man.
Yeah, we'll be out there, man. It's-
Cause like
it's
that's why
a
I've been
few
doing a
other
lot more. If y'all see on like Instagram stuff, I've been putting out more content. I'm just trying to learn like
Yeah.
how to do more content. You know, like make more appealing content.
I called Full Sail University and I think it's LA Film Institute the other day. I said, hey man, I got some more VA money and I need to take some classes on just learning media content and learning this and learning that because I want to put myself in a position to where, you know, opportunity come up, I don't want to go back and then get ready. You know what I'm saying? I want to go ahead and be ready. So yeah, I'm getting ready to go back to school, man, so I can just continue to enhance what a little bit I think I know. And this guy right here, he got all the knowledge. I just can't get him to do what he's supposed to do.
That's the
Good
whole
thing y'all got
Cat
Jeremy. You
smart
know,
as
Jeremy
all
a
get
little
out.
older,
Yeah.
and he more mature. But man, that cat between basketball, video games, and girls, it's like, Dad, I get to it. I get to it. And I'm like, son, this 2-3 weeks old, man. I need to put that episode out already. But nah, man, he taught me a lot of what I know on the editing stuff. And once he showed me, a few
What he
things,
editing off of?
I'm using iMovie. He like CapCut. I use iMovie just because I've been Apple.
So like, I think you like should upgrade from iMovie. I started with iMovie, but
Mm-hmm.
like it just wasn't giving me the transition, like the firepower I needed to get better.
Okay.
DaVinci Resolve. It's free. It's
Okay.
like, I mean, you can buy the paid version, but the first version is free. Like, it just give you more. I'm telling you, I can make a whole movie and like and like professionals using that. It's either DaVinci or Adobe. But Adobe Premiere, you done heard about that too. But DaVinci Resolve, say download it. I mean, it's just I transitioned from iMovie to DaVinci Resolve because first of all, I didn't have that much space on my computer, and I didn't know nothing. Like I say, starting this out, I didn't even know nothing about external drives and all that stuff. So I'm like, damn, I ain't got no space to even do no more videos. So I like, but DaVinci Resolve will let me do it with that amount of space or whatever I had back in 2020.
Okay.
So that's why I transitioned to it. And like, instead of like starting, at the bottom, I just say I'm gonna go to the one that the professionals using.
Yeah,
Like I
might
said,
as well just start with it. That's why we bought the 8.6 when we first started, because like it's hard to figure out. Like you get a mic and you're like, so how I even plug up a mic now? Because like you get to these steps, like you don't know the right question to ask because you ain't got to that point in your journey yet.
He'll tell you, a man Turk. So he had said, hey man, when we gonna shoot the episode? When we gonna shoot the episode? And my whole thing about shooting the first episode was not what we was gonna discuss. It was, can I really set all this stuff up? I kept visiting y'all studio and the wires and everything going on when I was like, my stuff ain't gonna work like that. So let's try it. Hey man, you ain't tried it yet? You ain't tried it yet? And I was calling my sister Brittany like, hey, I need help with this.
I don't know why you need to call us.
With that.
I told him, man.
Like, we could literally tell you like in 5 minutes how to set up everything.
So I was like, man. So Turk stopped by and was like, hey, do this and do that. And then Brittany was like, try this account, try this. And it was like, okay. So I was enrolled in a bunch of samples and I was like, you know what? Hey man, I'm just going, whatever it say I need, I'm gonna need. Couple $600-700 later, I got everything. And people don't realize that too. It's more than just buying the mic, but you got to have systems and applications and all that in place to be able to do these things, especially when you're running multi-cameras. And so I went on a binge every week. He be like, hey man, where you at? I'm at Best Buy. Man, what you doing in there? Hey man, I'm buying another camera, man. We need this camera. And he see this, man, Dad, your phone freezing up. So I was like, and I still want one more camera, at least one more camera.
That's why we got 3 cameras.
So I'm like, I need one more. We use the phone for right now, and the phone got the best quality, believe it or not. But
well, I know you just don't know how to work the camera the way you need to work it. That's why you say
See, it ain't all of the ways about the camera. It's about the lens too.
The lens, and you gotta know how to work it, like the aperture, the shutter speed, ISO. Like all that mean a lot. If you don't know that, it's hard to actually like get the camera the way you want it to look.
Oh yeah, one time one of them went out, and we was just trying to get it figured out, and he was like, hey man, let him do it. I'm like, no, he ain't gonna do it right. And he's like, I don't want to.
Do y'all record through the cameras?
Yeah.
Like, so like we don't record, the camera's pretty much just like webcams for us.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay.
Everything is recorded in the eCam through, the laptop or whatever.
Okay,
and then we go back. And so now we have SD cards when we go out there, like when I was out there recording the boot the other day, all that's on the card and stuff like that. And I
right now we get recorded just on the computer.
Just on the computer.
Yeah, because that'd be big files and stuff like that. And like you gotta go through the SD cards and stuff like that. And like you try to make everything easier doing the podcast, because like we say, like it's work now. Like it seems easy when you just come out on a YouTube video.
Matter of fact, like I say, we got a shot at the germs, like I
was about to ask, where germs at, man?
I told Germs about it. He ain't hit me. I guess he was busy. He got a kid out here.
We know y'all might. I don't know if y'all like us. I give CJ a hard time, but in order to be able to sit here and do this, you got to have somebody back there. That's the most important person, because we didn't shot an episode where. That was the 803 Fresh episode. Probably our worst audio quality, because we sit right
I'm telling you, the audio was bad.
And we listening, and you can hear each other, but we had the mic to be able to record the audio in the wrong cord. So luckily, the camera, the very first camera that we got, it was a webcam, and it got speakers on it. So it picked up, but it was just so far off. And I wasn't familiar enough with iMovie, because I think he might have edited that one, to be able to cut the volume up. But then you still heard the poor quality.
So I use Audacity to do audio.
Okay, who?
Audacity. See, I do the audio on Audacity. I go through the audio and fix it up, like move it up, move it down, stuff like that. Then I send the audio to him with the video and stuff like that. So you match it up like that. So it's like, you want to make it crisp and pristine or whatever. So you got to go the extra mile.
Oh yeah.
You just want to use the camera audio.
That's why one thing I would tell y'all need to get thumbnails. Y'all need to have a strict a thumbnail template. Where like every week y'all using the same thumbnail for y'all video. Just like if you go on our page right now, because I get it from Breed Idiots. But like if you look at anybody's page, they got like particular thumbnail that that's their podcast, that's them, they're gonna put their pictures up there, and like it's just a singular thing that you're gonna have every week.
The thumbnail means a lot on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
It's thumbnail type presentation.
I'll be honest with you. I have a coach. She's just a business minded coach that my wife and I tag team with. And so one day we were looking at the different social media platforms, and she was like, everything that I'm going to is black, Cornelius. You ain't gonna get viewers to look at it. Like, so she was like, look, go on the edit cover and start doing this. And then I tell CJ, he's like, oh yeah, Dad, I thought you knew that. No, I didn't. So now every time we do something, I make sure I go back, like, you know, we did an episode with Stitch by Slick. So I made sure I put something together that had his background on top of our background, and they kind of meshed together like we collabing. So I'm like, okay, that'll draw the audience, because as soon as they see that little emblem, they're like, yo, what Stitch got going on? So yeah, man. Sure. Most definitely. But yeah, definitely the thumbnails. And we getting ready to get into this, hopefully, sponsorship, man. That's what we trying to do this coming season. And the season's already started, but it's never too late. We can prorate it and all that kind of stuff. But we signed up for the 7-Figure podcast series with
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, man. It was, I texted him the other night, like, yo, you think and I was on a little call, and he was like, man, I thought about it. I was like, man, if we don't invest in us, nobody else will, man. So I can't ask for sponsorship when we ain't even took the leg, to do it. So we had a call Friday, man, and they dropping
some gems.
They dropping gems, and it's stuff that you all, because it's a lot of stuff they were saying that we already doing, but we figured out the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But so anybody going into a podcast or has, they have the tenacity to even do one, man, it's worth the investment, man. It's worth the investment.
Because I've been listening to Social Proof for a while. I know that podcast.
Oh yeah.
But man, they really, and me and him was talking, like doing his little presentation or whatever. And he was like, man, they humble. If we'd have knew this right here day one, man, we'd be way ahead of the game. Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like y'all got kind of a template though, like from us or whatever. Like, okay, that's how the podcast goes. You could go straight there with it, you know.
Yeah, y'all laid the man.
Oh yeah, they laid down the foundation for us, man.
Foundation easily, man.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it's all about, man. And we try to tell the younger generation, like, we done did these things. Y'all don't have to, like some of these guys playing football. Y'all ain't gotta do what you doing Monday through Thursday, so you can be, like this on Friday night. It's cats that came before you. Just listen to what they gotta say.
Just listen.
And they don't want to listen. They hear you, but they don't want to listen.
They gotta learn first before they listen.
You're right. You're right.
It's all you gotta go through it though. It's like you gotta go through it.
But as we
and the
try
thing
to
is, like us, man, we don't really want them to go through it. We want to give it to them, and show it to them, and whatever. And they ain't gonna appreciate it. If we do that right there for them, they're not gonna appreciate it, man. So pretty much hey, you gotta let them go through it.
You got to.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, man.
And see, like, I was gonna say just now, whatever, I'm probably 99.99% sure that y'all podcast was the first podcast I watched. So I'm learning pretty much everything from y'all or whatever.
What's a podcast?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. What it is, what it's all about, whatever. Then after I jumped on y'all or whatever, I went to Gillian Wallow.
Yeah.
I just started watching I just literally started watching podcasts because I was down there at Michelin, they working hard, man. They giving them everything I got, whatever, man. And then I had like my little break times, whatever. I go watch a podcast, man. Just look at that.
That's how I learned most of the stuff. Yeah. Like real estate, like I listen to the Bigger Pockets podcast. Like real estate podcast. Like that's you get time and you just listen and like, okay, I'm actually learning something.
Yeah. Think Media is a good YouTube channel to learn about this media stuff, connecting all this stuff together and like
cameras.
And basically a podcast is nothing but, I like to call it an open book. That you don't necessarily have to read.
A journal.
If you like audio books, then you'll like podcasts.
Exactly, video journal, man.
Yeah,
video journal.
People are dropping gems, and I'm talking about ways to succeed in these type of things. I can honestly listen to Ink, man, and just sit there and go in a trance and just be like, man, think about all the things I should have did.
Yeah.
I still can do.
Up. Yeah,
exactly. Man, and it's just like.
And see, one of the mottos that I got from Big Boy, man, whatever, pretty much they always talk about going to Coastal. They was students at Coastal. They Coastal alumni, whatever. Where did you graduate from? Do you remember where you say you graduated from?
The street.
Well, from the streets too.
Where graduated from?
YouTube University.
Yeah, YouTube University. That's the best university.
That's the best one.
That's the best one.
And then what is it? It's free.
It's free.
Yeah, if it's free, it's for free.
I found a YouTube page, like one of the best pages I saw in a while, called Whole Math the other day. And just breaking down the game systematically and mathematically about these hoes, It's just great channeling, you feel me? But it's good about relationships and like self-improvement, But it's like why people think the way they think. Cause like I'm more into like learning your mindset and why you are the way you are. And like just stepping back, like right now I step back and I just look down in this situation like we doing this really, It ain't like, this will never happen again in the same exact way. Exactly. But we doing it and it's like done. It's dope. When you think about it from like a whole like bigger perspective and stuff like that, you know?
Exactly.
Right
who would
now-
thought this in 20 years ago we'll be doing this?
But this
Definitely not me.
This
I'm not
experience-
a talker like that, man.
This experience right here remind me of LeBron James and Bronny. We just the Bronny, man. We got y'all got us drafted.
Yeah, we LeBron
Showed us-
James. Okay, hey, I can't
Coach James out here,
I'd
man.
rather be Bronny. I ain't a LeBron James.
Because I
Ain't
tell you,
gonna go
people
there.
always hit us up, and like when they talk about like y'all doing stuff or whatever, like we love that. Like we don't have a problem with like why would we care about somebody starting the podcast? We love that.
Exactly.
Like I told Mattis when I said, man, I gave them cats shout out the first day because it's because of them.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
The first time you saw you wanted a pair of Jordans just because you saw somebody else with
Yeah,
them on.
with
The first time you wanted to play football and be the quarterback
Yeah.
because you saw somebody else do it. So, you know, they said it's all right to be a copycat as long as you copying the right cat. I'm fine
Exactly.
with it,
You
man.
feel me?
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
because y'all only can be y'all and we only can be us.
Exactly, man.
Like
Exactly.
As Mother Teresa said, y'all can do what we can't do. We can do what y'all can't do, but together we can do great things.
great thing.
And so that's what it's all about.
And that'd be the
man.
dopest thing, like you say, like we gave you inspiration. But like, I was in Walmart yesterday and somebody stopped me and then like, man, I used to listen to y'all pockets all the time. Like, what happened to it? I had to break it down to him on why we were in the start or whatever because he thought I was big boy. It's like
everybody
being
know.
a twin or whatever, you gotta know like who he know or whatever. Just be
Yeah.
like, you gotta say what's up to him because you already know they think you him,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like. You're not him. So I don't got the same relationship y'all got, but I gotta be cool with you. But it's so dope. Like so many people stop us and let us know about like the stuff that we doing. Like why y'all boys stopped or whatever. Like we was listening to that all the time. And like y'all boys gonna do this and do that. But like we still can. We just gotta continue to be consistent.
It's never over, man. And sometimes you need that break. It goes back to sharpening the
refresh,
saw.
yeah.
So you ready for the part of the episode now where we're gonna pack this stuff up, man, or you just flowing with the?
Nah,
flowing
we
with it
just
today,
flowing, man. We just flowing,
All
man.
right.
You can go ahead.
Yeah, but no, we'll introduce it because I'm pretty sure they had a time. You know, once you all start the podcast, Greg has this thing all season one. We're here to tell CJ, hey man, somebody will say something. He'll be like, hey man, pack
Somebody
this stuff
might
up.
say something crazy, man. Like, hey, we was talking to Stitch last week with him, man, and we talking to him, and he talking about doing shows. Hey, he was on a TV show. The man say, hey, he pretty much went to the UK for like a month or whatever, and did
2
a show
months.
over there. Yeah, 2 months, and did a show over there. And I'm like, hey, man, you sitting here, you went to UK to do a TV show
About
hey,
something
CJ,
you
man,
love
pack
doing.
this stuff up. Let's get out
Yeah.
of here, man. And we ain't got no business over here or whatever. So, hey, and it's really like we calling it a pack this stuff up moment. So y'all pack this stuff up moment during the podcast. Hey, what was the moment when y'all was like, hey man, this right here ain't working? Like starting out in the beginning. Hey, this right here probably ain't working, man. This ain't gonna be good, man. Or when y'all did y'all first episode, like you say, y'all did it for like a month or whatever, and y'all just continue to do it or whatever. Hey, y'all just like, hey, oh, this gonna be great the whole time, or did y'all have a moment like pack this stuff up? Hey man, we ain't gonna do this no more.
I would say our first year was very like if it was a stock, it was very rising. It's like because we did every week.
Yeah.
We didn't even take a week out that year or whatever.
Like the first couple years.
Yeah, the first couple of years. But I would say when we started getting to a point where we was having guests, but in there call or not even call and like just stand us up on a Sunday. It's like I'm tired of riding out here 2 hours.
Yeah.
To then by the time I get down and now you can't make it or whatever. So like they don't understand like. Matter of fact, I'm doing more than you really in life. So it's like you wasting my time when I could have been on to something else. And that's when it got to my point, like, man, is this? I'm getting tired of getting stood up. And like, then you try to get the guest that you want to get. Cause say they saying you want to get paid or like they just liking your message, but not even like giving you like a date or nothing. So that's what I would say. I want to pack the shit up.
Yeah.
No, I never really felt like that because like we just been consistently going like you just like kind of like morph into something else. Like when we were doing the podcast in studio, then like you start doing vlogs. So like that's a whole different wing of doing the podcast. So like it's always just been like I love being in front of the camera. And like now, like through the podcast, we learn how to use camera. So now we be taking pictures and doing video outside. And so people know us for that. Like 5 years ago, people didn't know us for the podcast or for pictures and video. And now people know us for that. And you know, it's crazy.
Telling us to come do this video for them. Do this, take these pictures for them. So.
And we starting to get the same thing because shout out to Chair to Jeff Coat. They hit me up and was like, we didn't even know who was kind of behind the scene of doing it with Purpose Podcast. Can you come out to the market or to the little vendor fair she had? And I was like, we shooting an episode that day, but I sent my daughter and my wife. They can handle it. And man, shout out to my daughter Ayana.
Did
man,
a good job.
She did a good job.
Like,
She's a natural. She's a natural. So but I was like, okay. But I still had to come back and had to edit that. And I was like, man, they don't realize I was editing that, getting ready for the Stitch
CJ
episode.
did the editing.
He was on. He on 90
CJ
Day.
got 5, man.
Yeah,
Got 5.
Yeah, he got
your day off.
yeah.
On his day off,
So
too.
it's not that
On his day off.
it's not that he can't do it.
Yeah.
CJ just, hey, Dad, I got it. I got it. I got
big,
it.
Man, we
Hey,
don't need.
Can I
we
tell?
should-
Can I?
Hey, we shouldn't even really talk about this, man, because the man got my
Hey,
name.
we don't care
on it,
about
man.
school over here, man.
Hey, so I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you. So I had someone reach out to me. Shout out to Clarence Coleman, man, and I owed him to go back down to Gilbert, but Clarence was like, "Hey, man, I'm having a youth camp." You know, of course, Gilbert a big rivalry at Batesburg. So I'm like, "Hey, they thought enough about doing it with purpose, man. Hey, we're gonna show up."
Yeah.
So Greg had went to a CJ scrimmage for the basketball team, and they met me down at the new Gilbert Youth Center. And Coach Oz, being the first black head coach at Gilbert High School, shout out to him. I was like, "Hey, man, I want to capture, you know, this accomplishment. Not that it's about race, but it's sad that we still have to say things like first black, you know." So I still wanted to capture it as well as capture that program because the programs around us are growing, and I hope to see Batesburg get back to that winning culture. But it was just like, hey, I'm still trying to grow our brand as well. So we go out there, man. We get some great content.
Content.
We interview the head coach, the new assistant coaches. They got a top tight end. What's
Man
his name?
got Ivy
CJ?
League offers, man.
Yeah, something Gooding. He just said his name real fast. Something Gooding. He said it real fast. So anyway, we interviewed him, man. Some wonderful content.
I ain't saw this content.
So my co-host is like, "Yo, man, you need to really you got a lot of stuff going, man. You need to get that stuff back to CJ. Get that stuff back to
Let
CJ.
him do it, man.
And hey, he know how to do it, man. Just let him do it." And I'm like, "Man, you don't understand." And my wife like,
I know my son.
You know, CJ, he did it. I'm like, okay, so I got my wife and my main man telling me, "Hey, give my son another chance." So I'm like, "Yo, word, bet. CJ, laptop, the stuff. Hey, get this done, man. I need it done as soon as possible, man. And this gonna open up some opportunities because if other high schools see this, you know, like Salute, like Greg was saying, Saluda has Saluda now. Batesburg might reach out to you all or us.
I did a
and say,
softball game at Salute.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Hey,
we know about Saluda now. They be having that live stream.
Yeah,
on
they had a live stream on Friday night.
Oh, yeah,
they
they
do the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they
they
reach out to us,
be great for that, man.
And the Athletic Boosters Club say, "Hey, we'll pay you X amount of dollars to come up here and provide this." Yeah, kind of
just
like,
talk
but
about football.
you know, I'm
can do
trying
that
to
easy.
trying to build, you know, this, and so
He
here
talking
it
about being
is.
kicker.
Nah, hey, that's I was in
No,
the
he was
band.
in the band. He was-
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he's
get
in
the
the band,
band.
yeah.
Hey,
It's
I'm on
on
the
the
phone. Without me, there is no Sherman Scott. Ask him that. When you see him. But anyway,
Hey, but hold.
That's a big statement right there.
Hold the story right there. So, hey, with all that he just said, so when we first started out, hey, we didn't know how to do no editing. CJ would do the editing, but they'd be like, hey, okay, well, we got the content, we done did the show or whatever. Hey, CJ, get the editing out. All right, so man, we need this by like Wednesday, Thursday. Hey, he called me, man. CJ ain't did. Hey, little dude across the street, man. Hey, you know, got that. Hey, I'm gonna get it, man. I'm gonna get it. I said, man, homeboy, you know how your dad is, man. Homeboy, I need you to get this right here, man. Whatever. And most of the time, it's me and CJ against him.
Yeah.
All the time, whatever. So, hey, I'm like, CJ, man, come on, man. You got to do this right here, man. Whatever. So now I'm calling him. Hey, man, CJ got this stuff? Nah, man, he ain't got it yet, man. Whatever. But when he just sit down and do it, hey, man, that's fire, man. That's dope, man. Hey, he done did put all the pictures in, hey, everything, make everything look good, right? So then he actually fired the man for real. Told him, hey, man, you know what? I learned how to do this myself. So he pretty much took over doing the editing, hey, everything, whatever. So then they come down to this Gilbert thing, right? So I'm like, hey, man, well, won't you give a man a chance? Let him do it. You got this going on, got that going on. Hey, let him do it. So, hey, I'm the spokesperson for CJ getting the job back, whatever.
now let me go back to the rest of the story.
Yeah.
So now we shot that on a Monday.
Yeah.
Here it is, Thursday and Friday. My wife was like, "Well, has CJ got this done for you?" Like, nah, and I ain't asked him. I ain't gonna beat him up about it. Y'all asked me to give him a chance. I was gonna get it, man, you know, because we had shot it that Monday. I wanted the camp to be over anyway and go back and repost it. So here it is, come Friday or whenever. It was Saturday morning. Saturday morning, my wife called me and was like, I'm gonna take CJ and do this and X, Y, and Z. He got a game and he wanna go do this, but I told him we ain't doing this until he got everything done for you. And I was like, okay. He told me the other day he's like 50% done. So I'm like, okay. And he was like, Dad, I'm not gonna use iMovie. I'm gonna use CapCut. I'm like, okay, cool. So next thing you know, I hang up the phone. My phone ring again. My wife hysterical on the phone. She was like, hey, did you know CJ done lost some SIM card? I said, lost what? Do you know CJ done lost a SIM card? I said, lost what SIM card?
Not the
I said,
SIM
hey,
card.
the man 50% done.
The information.
And he so I said, hold on. So I called CJ. I'm like, CJ, hello, Dad. I said, hey man, what is your mom talking about? Dad, I don't know. When I went to Fort Jackson, I took the laptop. You took my laptop to Fort Jackson? Why didn't you ask me? If you would have asked me, you would have knew the answer would have been no. Or I would have just said, hey, give it to me and I'll do it. But so where did you have a SIM card? That I don't know. I had it when we was playing ball. I took my pants off, and then we went to the pool, and then Dad, I had ALA practicing, and Dad.
So SIM card at the bottom of the pool.
So I said, hey, homeboy.
Still ain't.
So what do you learn from that then?
I
Situation?
said, hey.
Put on the external drive also. Have it in 2 locations.
I should have. Yeah, I would have had time to. But like I said, I went back on the laptop to see if he had dropped anything in there. Reality of it is, he hadn't done anything with the SIM card. He was telling us that he was 50%, but he hadn't done anything. So I'm gonna tell you how smooth he is. So that weekend, he avoided me at all costs. So his mom yelled, CJ, come down here and eat. Come down here and eat.
He wanna
so
eat.
I had downloaded, I take that back. He had downloaded the little Florida State chant because I was gonna have that playing in the background. I was gonna hook Gilbert up.
Yeah.
Man. So he come downstairs with the laptop open playing that because he know I wanted that on there. So I would think, hey, he good, he in the game. He came down, I heard it. I was like, hey, my dude about finished. Hey, Jimmy put the man back in the game.
Yeah.
That was Friday night when he came down. Then Saturday he tell me that, he lost.
He had already did because he called me Friday. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there chilling. Hey, hello, CJ, what up, man? What up, little dude across the street? Hey, Greg, man, hey, I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Hey, man, I'm about to die, man. I'm about to die, man. Hey, daddy gonna kill me. Man, hey, CJ, calm down, man. What you done did? Man, I done lost the SIM card, man. They don't know where it's at, Uncle Greg. I had this place. I like, CJ, man, just calm down, man. The SIM card got to be there, man. I say, where you been? Whatever. Then he started telling me the whole story. Hey, well, I went to Fort Jackson. I had it in this pocket. Hey, I went to this place. I was like, oh my goodness. I just put him on speakerphone.
You got a case? Do you got to get a hard case?
We got
for the
one.
SIM card?
But see, here's the thing. He should have never took it. Like, he should just left it here. That was number one. Number two, he don't know where he lost it because at the end of the day, he sat here and told me that he lost it in the room. It's got to be in the room, Dad, because I ain't taking it nowhere. I ain't taking it nowhere.
That's the first story he
Come
told
to find out, you done took the laptop and the SIM card to Fort Jackson. But see,
That's
I
the
know
second
him.
story
He a
he
young
told
man. He want to take my laptop, put it out in front of the girls.
Yeah, he
I
wanna
work on a
stand a little bit.
podcast. I'm an executive producer.
Look at the
He
podcast
using
I work
what he got.
on.
But still, but I'm like, so normally I'd have came home and probably, I'd have jumped on the dude, man.
He wanted to beat him.
But
He
I
wanted to beat
came
him.
home that Saturday. I
You
just
got a
looked at
woosah.
him.
Yeah.
I just looked at him. I was like, hey, man, something whispered in the back of my ear. He messed up, but you still got to be his dad, man. So
Yeah.
I helped him look
that
for the
wasn't
stuff in
it,
the room. Hey, couldn't find it. I just looked at him. I was like, hey, man, you got me on this.
You
one,
win
bro.
some, you lose some.
Yeah, so I called Clarence and I was like, hey, man, if I need to tell the coach, that's on me. We had interviewed parents, the whole shebang,
Everything, man.
man.
Homeboy, we had dope content.
And I
we
said,
about to get this
Can't
job,
lose
man.
that, CJ. Now.
Is basement having a day like this? Like a media
I
day?
told Rolly I'm gonna come out and do one for them. They just finished up some stuff
Summer
for the car
workouts.
wash. So I'm gonna go up there and capture the little league.
But it ain't
youth
like
program.
what
How about
Gilbert was doing.
Baseball Media Day? We used to have a media day. I wanted to
I
pull up.
don't
at
know
the-
whether they had it or
I
not,
wanted to
man.
pull up at the media day and talk to the coaches and
Shoot some
talk to
content.
players.
We really should offer it to seniors and offer a package for parents, man. You pay a certain amount. Because think about it, they have huddle. But who's capturing your fun moments, right? You know what I'm saying? Who's capturing you walking out of the locker room on your way to practice and you just being able to look back at it at the end of the football season and say, hey,
That's what
man,
I
that
want
was
to
my
do.
journey.
Like I want
That
to do
was
like
my journey.
videos like that.
Yeah.
Like a
But
game
see,
recap.
We
I
need
told
to
him
sit
from
down
the
with
start,
Gambriel. We
man.
need to sit down with Gambriel and be able to offer that, man.
Yeah, when he asked me about it, I was
Yeah.
like, man, hey, man. He called me. It's like, hey, man, Gilbert got the youth football thing, man. You want to go down there? Man, ain't nobody going down there to Gilbert, fooling with Gilbert, man. Hey, we from Batesburg, man.
From the
We're
bird,
not
man.
doing that. Yeah, exactly, whatever.
But then when
And
he
I was
got
like,
down
hey,
there, hey, this
I was
is
like,
dope.
homeboy, this right here is dope, man. They got all, like the high school coaches, they got high
Players.
school players. They down there, the kids, pretty much running
I
around.
saw
They
Big
just
Trey
having
had did the
fun.
video.
Yeah, Big Trey, he did it. I meant to send
yeah.
it to you the other day.
Big Trey got a video. He
He did
talked
a
to the
blog.
coach.
Hey, he did a
Yeah.
blog like that, man.
I
whatever.
love like he
Yeah.
know how to edit way better than all that he been doing.
Exactly. Whatever,
So,
man.
he was
But,
dope.
I was like, man, hey, homeboy, this and the footage that we got, just interviewing the coaches, and
man.
we did like a couple of the parents out there, whatever. And the youth football team had just won like the little flag football
Championship.
fall season, or
Yeah.
spring season championship, whatever. Man, like that right there. So I'm like, hey, man, homeboy, hey, this right here gonna be dope, whatever. CJ called me with that. I was like, man, hey, then not only he done lost it or whatever, I was the spokesperson for him. So now, hey, it's
on
me and him on the
YouTube,
same.
man.
Yeah. I had to pretty much, I had to listen to that from my house Where was I going? I think I was going to the hospital. All the way to over there behind Benedict. Hey, go ahead, man. You right.
Get it off
Ain't
your
nothing I can
chest,
say.
man.
Yeah, I just take it. Yeah, or whatever.
Cause I might shoot a little bit at the softball game later on today or whatever. Just get footage, cause like
But
the
you
only way
only
to
give
practice
me
is-
enough content, man. I need more content. You just give me you like a hitting the ground ball getting thrown out the first. I, need
I ain't
way
get
more-
thrown out. I just snatch that video.
No, I need more content, man. Cause I be looking for that stuff, man.
Yeah,
whatever.
we might try to shoot more of the game today or whatever, but like definitely gonna be like a little content with some music behind it. or whatever, you know?
for sure.
I want to go viral on YouTube like y'all and stuff.
We
Like
got
that.
man. Listen, so the whole cook-off, that wasn't on purpose. And with everything that we do,
But you were doing it with the purpose.
was doing it with a purpose.
Who's doing it with a
but-
passion?
Yeah,
I did it mess up our interview, man. You come over there and talk that. I didn't want to be talking to stuff.
Hey, your daddy was there. I don't know where my daddy was.
That's the first time I saw him either. But
But no, man. So you all, Greg will be in Jamaica, but on July the 20th, man, I'm going up. So remember Big Mac from episode 2? Well, man, it's got ALS.
Yep.
He got
My
a car
nervous
show.
episode.
Yeah.
you nervous the episode?
What? Man, I ain't never been no paraplegic or whatever.
Yeah.
I ain't never been around nobody like that. Man.
Oh.
Yeah,
But hey,
but
homeboy,
I was just making a joke.
yeah, when I got out the truck, man, or whatever, hey, homeboy, Canadian's like, hey, watch this right here, watch this right here. He's like, hey, Big Mac, man, hey, what about them Cowboys? And when he said that, Big Mac, boy, you ain't gonna be down here long. I'm tell you that right now. You ain't
Yeah,
gonna
he
talk
don't
about my
play about the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
Homeboy,
that's my
we
boy
just-
right there.
Hey, we just went from there, man. And homeboy,
Yeah.
hey, if he was behind a screen or something, you wouldn't even know it, man.
Yeah,
man.
You wouldn't even know it.
Hey,
Yeah.
so did y'all see the video I shared of him? Was it Father's Day? But he's singing in the choir at church.
Yeah.
man.
I ain't see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
he's singing in the
He's
choir.
singing at the choir.
They just went. Where did they go? Jamaica or
Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. That's the first
Yeah.
time anybody with ALS needing all the care that he needs. They had everything set up on the cruise line. For him.
What is ALS again?
So
It's that Lou
ALS
Gehrig disease, ain't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Yeah.
Lou Gehrig disease.
Yeah.
It's basically the way I like to explain it is the brain is your Wi-Fi tower, and slowly but surely all of your organs lose signal
To the Wi-Fi tower.
to the Wi-Fi tower.
So it just start working over time.
Yeah.
Kind of like dementia, ain't it? Well,
No,
I mean, it's
because
different, but
the brain in dementia is like it gets scrambled.
Yeah.
You're right, and it'll take you back to certain periods of time. But in this case, like the signal from his brain to his feet to tell him that his feet is cold, it's no longer
Ain't
there.
working, man.
just Joe Biden back to calling us predators again.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So, but the thing with Mac though, I remember getting a phone call. I was working at Tracy, and he was like, "Hey, Kanish, you sitting down?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm at the shop. I'm waiting on a customer. Or ain't nobody at that time walk-ins." He was like, "Man, hey, Bo, he a country dude, man. Big Mac put you in the mind of Big Paul McKeever, man.
Okay,
DJ.
yeah.
So he was like, "Hey, man, they gave me 6 months to live. I got Lou Gehrig's disease." And I was like, "You joking, Mac, right? You know, because that's like a big mentor. Man. I'm like, you joking, right?" He was like, "Nah, man." He was like, "You know, this is what it is. You know, I need y'all to come down and see me." So we went down, and at this time he in the wheelchair, he couldn't move or whatever. But that was in 2016, 2017, I think.
Yeah.
And man,
He
he
still
just came,
pushing
He
along.
just
Yeah.
came back from
Yeah.
a cruise, man.
Yeah.
Just came back from a
That's
cruise.
a blessing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, man. That's
So,
why I say that was my nervous one because humble. I'm sitting there. Well, when he first told me about it, I always go and do my little homework, whatever. Man, I'm looking it up, and I was like, man, homeboy, this dude, he can't move nothing, can't do nothing, whatever. And he can just
just talk?
He can just talk,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? He can't move. You will see his fingers and stuff moving a little bit, whatever. But other than that, man, whatever. And they homeboy, his support team is just man.
Max said,
just-
you know,
just
he's got a
dynamite.
trait in order for him to talk or whatever.
Yeah.
So his wife changed. His wife was a retired nurse. She talk about God's plan and how things has happened. His wife ain't too long finished up nursing school, and then she had this happen because he had retired after 27 years. And but long story short, he had to get that trait changed every 3 months. And I offer you all to go on July the 20th if y'all want to go down there with me, man, and we vlog because Greg gonna be out of town, but CJ and I. We headed down there. It's gonna be a little car show, but I promise you, you'll have a time of your life around Mac, man. When I say he don't meet a stranger,
Where is it?
it's gonna be in Sumter.
Okay.
Yeah,
July
it's
20,
gonna
I
be in
definitely
Sumter.
feel that somebody done said that date to me that I can't. That weekend is when Chantal going to Charlotte all weekend. So
You got
So you'll be free.
He got to be a
Bring the
boy
baby.
mom. You know, hey, he breastfeed, so like he can't leave for too long now. That baby stay on his chest.
Hey, you gotta put that milk up, man.
Yeah,
Bring the baby,
pump
man.
before.
Yeah, pump before. Yeah.
Ayana watch the baby. So Ayana them going on the cruise, so they won't be here.
Yeah.
But like he gonna have a show, man. So if you want to go, you want to ride out, man. We gonna try to ride down there, and man.
That'd be dope though.
But that was gonna be one
more.
of my questions, man. Whatever. I know it like, hey, y'all on a little hiatus, from doing the podcast. Hey, whatever, man. In a life pretty much. Hey, everybody just get busy. It's part of life, man. You just doing stuff, whatever. So hey, I was gonna be like, hey, man, we need to pretty much collab and bring this stuff together. Well, man, we can do a Navy Black podcast / Doing It With Purpose or whatever, man. Come and just work together, man. Whatever, hey, man.
Anytime.
And just do that.
Definitely
That was gonna be
collab.
one. Yeah, just do a collab together, man, and do it.
Especially
do a
on
show
the vlogging,
together.
man.
Yeah, exactly. The vlogging
I mean,
or whatever.
it's places that I want to go and things that I want to do.
Pull out my gimbal.
Yeah. Hey, so I just got one in the house. We ain't figured it out yet. I spent $300 on a gimbal. See, they was like, hey, this is.
But what I'm saying, if you look at the first on the vlog from this year, or whatever, and like why I was getting it because like I say, you be walking
and
shaking.
shaking. And I got to hit shake your
yeah.
film. And that take 30, 40 minutes for it to run through the footage just for it to take all the shaking out. But I bought one now. We should be able to move. And hey, you won't even tell the camera moving. So looking
I
forward
was
to
walking with AJ for a while. Like it's like I'm floating.
Yeah.
It's like it's on that gimbal. The camera on the gimbal. So
the big thing I told you about. we couldn't
just
get.
Well, we didn't take the time to do it. I told you just put it on the camera.
I looked at it this weekend because somebody was supposed to look at it again. And
somebody's gonna be looking at us right now.
Yeah. And see, like, hey, with that collab, hey, man, we done been put in front of some people that say, okay, well, hey, they want to do a show, and they need somebody pretty much to do this show.
Capture
Whatever.
footage
Yeah,
and
they
all
need
that
somebody
kind
to
of
capture
stuff.
footage and all that stuff, man. Whatever. So, hey, man.
Let's do it.
Hey, we pretty much, we don't mind everybody eating, man.
Yeah.
It's enough food for everybody.
Definitely.
send the
You know what I'm
elevator back down.
Exactly,
Man. That's our
exactly,
motto.
exactly,
Send it back
man.
down.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Cause I was trying to think about like July 20th. I think I should be available and stuff like that. Cause like we want to go out there and vlog. I like being on the background sometimes. I like being on the mic too, but being on the background, I can do more footage or whatever. Both of us doing footage or whatever. We can like record somebody on the mic or whatever. You know, and you get more like B-roll, like make a whole movie out of it. That's what we say. We change memories into movies. You know,
Exactly.
Cause we want to start making documentaries, like you know,
That's
like
it.
all kind of like stuff like that. You know,
See, I love that family stuff. man, y'all
Birthday
be doing.
parties,
Yeah, all
weddings, high school graduations,
All
engagement parties, baby showers. Man, we got some tools and we didn't spend all this money on this equipment.
Yeah,
you gotta
you
use
know,
it.
in the midst of making episodes, like, you got to make it make money, man.
gotta make it make money.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like what you were saying about the YouTube, like we would invite anybody to like make a family YouTube page.
Oh, yeah,
That what we did
man.
because like in 100 years, our like grandkids gonna still be able to see
Yeah,
us
that's
living,
what's
our
up. That's
grandkids
dope right
living
there,
stuff
man.
like
I
that.
never thought about it. That's dope.
But I'll say this though, and I'll shout outs to y'all and the Jones family, man. Not everybody have what y'all have, man.
Yeah,
What
we
y'all
are blessed to have
is-
that. People say that all the
it's
time.
Oh, yeah.
It's unheard of. It's uncommon. It used to be back in the day, back when Greg was probably CJ age. You had stuff, family reunions and stuff like that. But I tell anybody right now, the top 3 families that stick together around here, Lee Parks, Jones,
yeah.
and the Colemans.
Yeah, all
them
over
3
the church
right there.
together.
Yeah.
Them 3 right there. Hey, they gonna have something where it's family oriented, and everybody else.
Every holiday or every weekend.
Yeah,
them leap parties together.
Oh, yeah.
every
Ah, man.
weekend.
Oh,
They
yeah.
ain't,
Every day,
And
all
everything.
week.
it ain't
Yeah,
got a
for
place
real.
to hold, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All of y'all,
Yeah.
in a sense.
Exactly.
And y'all keeping it going throughout the generations of generations and
And it,
generations.
like it's dope because like in our family, like daughters would be like the center of us or whatever, you know. So
Yeah.
they ain't like she had a lot of kids, which brings a lot more people like just to her or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Because her like tree is so big. Now you remember what Mama was saying, like literally, like we all came out of daughters, you know. Because like think about that, my mama they came out of her. But we was inside my mama first, and then like my daughter was
it goes
inside my
back.
mama and my
Yeah.
grandma first because like it goes back or whatever. It's
family
just a
tree,
generation.
man. That
It's
family
super
tree.
dope with it. That's why I say that.
That's where your documentary come from.
Yeah.
Yeah, we making it with a family documentary too or whatever. But like we want to do a documentary of football, baseball football.
Okay,
Stuff
that's
like
what's
that.
up.
That'd be dope for real.
That'd be-
Well, about our state championship team, 2005. We trying to like get it going now. Like we need to talk to like Gambray and them, cause like we need to make sure we get the footage and stuff like that. Cause like we want to like maybe bring it out
talking about it
in 2025
You can show the food.
for our 20-year anniversary or whatever in
20 years in the
2025.
game next year.
Yeah, like somebody won a state
The
championship.
last great team in Batesburg.
Yeah.
Not the last great team.
I mean, think of 2013, they did win a championship. Not hating on that, but y'all got y'all tail whooped by Dylan. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Yeah, it was like 2 divisions and 2A back then.
2A's.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is
It
right.
was like
yeah.
kind of like,
That
not
was
saying y'all wore it down, but it was
yeah,
wore it down, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. But going back to pretty much, I'm trying to think of what I should say. Well, not necessarily what I should say, but what we call it, because pretty much when coming through school and all that stuff, man, whatever. Miss Joseph Bell was pretty much everybody's mom, or whatever. And going back to Doris, Doris was everybody's mom. Because like now when I see her, I'll be like, hey, my Doris. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
We know.
Everybody
and
know
I was
about
about to say, pretty much, everybody pretty much say, hey, my Doris, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether y'all know or not. So, have y'all seen her play for softball?
Oh, yeah, we saw her play when we were
I was
kids.
about to say, so you know, pretty much my Doris, she known for stretching out over there.
oh, yeah, known for. I remember that. She can run now.
Yeah,
but
she's not gonna run. Yeah, she gonna stretch out with them.
I mean, it's all them jeans
I
now.
just going back to say, you was talking about generations and all that stuff, man. Whatever. Hey, man, she was pretty much everybody mom, man.
Yeah.
Everybody around here, mom,
Everybody
man. Whatever.
And it's so dope because like even with our uncles and stuff, like everybody knew them and our mom and stuff like that. So like everybody knew us growing up. Us being the twins, like everybody gonna remember because we the twins. But like that's why we want to do something bigger than just being the twins.
Exactly.
Like having the podcast and getting into real estate, doing the stock market, all this type of stuff or whatever. Because like you want to be known for more than just what you was born as. Like everybody gonna know us. We kind of popular because we twins. But I want to have something else behind the twin.
Oh yeah.
I know we look good too, but I want to have something else behind it being fine and being twin.
So Bet, he still think he look better than you.
I told the girl that yesterday.
Again, through our whole life, I always been the quiet guy, whatever. So like, I always played the quiet role. So all the girls always wanted me, you know.
Yeah. So they'll just go to him.
But they
and be like,
might
hey,
want
man,
him, but
hey,
somebody was
hook me up
striking
with
over
Bet.
here.
Yeah. Say, hey.
Always the baddie. Always, I played the side. Like the
He
baddie.
was always in love. He all like I wish I could have like had what he had like growing with somebody and like loving them like from like high school and on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But life ain't like that, you know. Life ain't no white picket fence.
Me and
Sometimes you gotta get dirty out here.
Yeah, it ain't fair.
me and my fiance, we was in first grade together.
Oh, for
Like,
real?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how long we done knew each other.
Oh, fairy tale.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh,
Oh, what's up?
Went to the prom together. Shout out to Chantal, man.
Yeah, Kanee's about to cry.
Nah, that's my little cousin, man.
Nah. That's dope though, man. That's dope. Yeah.
But back to dog, I just remember just as a kid, just thinking about like waking up at our house on Saturday morning, and there's so many dudes laying on the floor asleep. I'm
That's how
talking
it
like
used to be.
everybody used to be over
how
there,
it used to
whatever.
be,
And GP, Greg used to be our first booster. He used to give us $5 score a touchdown back in the day.
Yeah.
To everybody, we was already getting paid at the table.
Oh yeah, already. Yeah. It's been going on for years. It's been going on for years.
deal for real.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
We finna get some ideas with the girls women's basketball team Malaysia for a while. I mean, we ain't got no money for you, but we will show you support.
Oh yeah. For sure.
We see you some shirts. Like, come on.
Yeah.
For sure. But hey, man, it's been great conversation. I hate to end it, but I know y'all got places to be. Y'all got a softball game to go play. And
I just do the book.
Hey, man, that's important.
Yeah,
They can't brag about stats that you don't write down,
Exactly.
man.
I'm
So
involved into the game. That's all I
it.
like.
That's it. But man, this isn't the last time.
No, sir.
This isn't a goodbye. This is a whenever y'all want to drop through. And
for sure.
hey, man, maybe one of these generational conversations, because we ain't gonna know which one it is. We're just gonna put them in a little jar and pull them out and go from there. So that way, it really ain't no preparation. Because Greg and I call each other 2 or 3 times a day, but at least one of those times we having like serious conversation. And I tell the man all
Need
the
to be
time,
recording them.
hey, everything that we talking about now, somebody need to hear this information, man. Whether it be a young guy, whether it be an older guy, age doesn't matter, but somebody needs to hear what we're talking about. So the best way to capture that is some of the topics that I've known us to sit down and talk about. I just wrote them down and he's captured them. We share little notes on our iCloud or whatever. And we're gonna have some conversations. I think that's coming
That'd be
up
dope.
soon, man.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah,
definitely
like,
need to bring y'all in.
Just
too,
always
man.
evolving and stuff like that, you know?
for real.
We can go deep because, like I said, I'm so multifaceted. I say on different topics. Like I say, people always come to you at work or whatever, talking to you, like, because I can talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I can vibe with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always ready to talk.
For sure.
I'm worldly, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
We get better.
With
Start
G.
talking about British accent out here, man.
Oh
Harry
yeah.
Potter.
Man. But now, without further ado, man, we're gonna bring it on to a close or wrap it on up, and I'm gonna let Mr. Deke take us on home, man.
Yes, sir, man. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all guys, man.
sure,
Appreciate
for sure.
y'all.
Much
Hey,
love.
pretty much putting that light bulb into my partner right here, man. My the host, and they getting them started on this thing, man. Whatever, hey, man. We appreciate the time y'all gave us today, man. And
No doubt.
just look forward for a More Navy Black podcast and Doing the Purpose podcast, collabing together, man, whatever. So, and with that being said, man, we want y'all guys, give y'all socials where they can find y'all and all that stuff, man, whatever.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Y20 because Snapchat. Send me them boobies. Like,
Chantal gonna beat you up.
I said it underscore guy, and then
We're gonna edit that out.
Yeah, edit that out, please.
Yeah.
Cause like, well, anyway, I guess Navy Black Pod on Instagram. We got what else we got out here? TikTok. We got Navy Black podcast, and go ahead.
But you can follow me on IG and Twitter at the Money QB. Follow me on Snapchat, Fine Ass Twin. Women, you see why. But you can go to YouTube for us, Navy Black Podcast. You also can follow my YouTube at The Money Quarterback. I'm going to be putting up content about real estate and like photography and stuff like that. I had a video that I did my blue wall. It kind of hit like 7K views. I ain't got viral like them. Man, but I'm doing more shorts and stuff like that, you know, right now. But like we did a video like cutting down the trees and stuff at the duplex or whatever. Like we're going to put that video. It's kind of like satisfying. Okay. And stuff like that. And then we made a page on Facebook, Navy Black or Twin Shots Production, where we're going to start putting out more content. And like, appreciate y'all for letting us come on for real though. Like we've been waiting to come on.
We've been trying, the schedules finally matched up, man. So it's God's plan, as Greg always say, man. So, Yeah, so, hey, man, with that being said, man, hey, Doing the Purpose podcast, man. Hey, if you're not doing with purpose, not doing with passion, hey, you're not doing it at all. Hey, God bless. Good night. Hey, triple salute, Lil Tony, man. Peace. Any women that want me, let me know. The Money Quarterback. Appreciate y'all boys, man.